father of Calvin, right? The footballer, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Calvin Bassey, you know.
Oh, wow. Nice to meet you, sir. Pleasure is all mine.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
what do you want Nigerian to help you with? Because me, I cannot decide for myself. So maybe Nigerians, they can help you out and all that. So you can actually tell them a little bit of the story. Not too much, not too long, just an inch, just a small inch of yourself. And then you introduce yourself, your names.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, all. It depends where you are and the time of where you are, please. Okay, my name is Kinsley Ikenna Uwelumba. I'm from Anambra State, Nigeria. Omunamehi in Ehala local government area. I live in Italy. Well, I want Nigerians to help me for what I saw in newspaper trending all around. I don't want to talk much, but I've never seen my children for a long time due to I got little problem with my wife. And my children's names are Elvis Obinna Uwelumba, Calvin Chinedu Uwelumba, and Michael Chigozie Uwelumba. My children were born in Italy, Elvis, Calvin, and Matthew, while Michael was born in Ireland. Okay, you know, no family that hasn't got problem. I got misunderstanding with my wife. That was 2008 in London. So when my papers there in London expired, they asked me to bring my son's passport. I mean the last born, the one born in Ireland, Michael, so that I can be able to renew my papers. Then she refused due to the problem we got there in London. So I have no alternative. I can't be in London, no work, nothing. I have to come back to Italy because I've lived here almost 30-something years in Italy. I got my permanent stay here. That's the reason why I came back to Italy and start life afresh again. Okay, along the line, my children need their passport. Their mom called me. By then I have to send all my documents. They were granted, I mean my children, passports over there, Nigerian passports, so they can put their resident permit. So since then, immediately they signed my son with football. She moots everything about me. She doesn't want me to get access to my children again. And I can't lie to you, I've been suffering for a long time, you know. Then when I put my papers in order in Italy here, I went to UK. That was during the COVID 2020. I went around to make sure that I see my children and see her. I even drove all the way from London to Leicester City when Calvin was playing there. I didn't go there looking for Calvin because he's a footballer. I was supposed to go for my first son, but I didn't get access of that one. I haven't got their number because their mom, you know, changed everything about them. I don't have their number. I don't know how I'm going to get them. That's why being Calvin in his social media, that's the reason why I went to Leicester City to make sure I talk to Calvin. So when I get there, they welcomed me. I'm in the football club. They called Calvin. There was a name I used to call him when he was small. I call him Biggie. So immediately I mentioned Biggie. Their receptionist called him. I told the receptionist, call him Biggie. He will know. Immediately they called him Biggie. Biggie now said the person that came, either the father or the mother or the auntie. So meaning that Calvin know I'm the one.
Sure.
Then Calvin now talk to me and give me address where I'm going to go and see him. So I went to his house by then. Immediately I get there, he saw me, he picked up the phone, called the mom. After calling the mom, he changed drastically. he got upset with me. He told me, say what you want to say and go. I don't want to see you. I'm okay with my mom. I was afraid to tell my son
Sure.
what is actually happening. Then after the issue, he just walk away from me, jump into the car and go away. Since then, I never gone back to London immediately. Then,
So
during the African Cup of Nations, that was the one of last year, when Nigeria played with Angola, I traveled all the way from Italy to Abidjan, that's Ivory Coast. Then there's one journalist that knows me. He now link up with the football official. They gave me free tickets. I watched the match. They gave me 2 tickets.
Sure.
I went there and watched everything, all the match.
Wow.
After that, I came back to Nigeria. I went to Abuja again to make sure that I see Calvin, but I didn't. Then I now came back to overseas. Since then, I've been dying in silence. Let me be honest to you. I haven't got problem with my children. It's just their mom.
Feeling.
Yeah, it's just their mom that made me
Don't cry,
to
sir.
feel bad. Even if I'm devil, I can't be devil where my children is.
Of course.
We don't have problem with my children. Even my first son wrote me last week that he has got a second child. You know, I prayed with him. I said, I gave him the fatherly advice, and he told me that I am his dad. He doesn't have any other than that. I remain the dad, that I should take care of myself. So all these things they are putting up, I don't know about it. I just want everyone to help me out. Let me talk to my children. This is social media and it's family issue, I won't go to the heavy extent of something that will jeopardize my children's names or something like that. But we are having arguments, husband and wife issue, we are having arguments, then she took it otherwise. I went to work, before I came back, she had rent a van, pack all the things in the house, take the children away. Up till now, I not even know where she's living. Only 2017, he now called me because my children need Nigerian passports. I have to send all my documents. I bought their flight tickets. My first son first came. That was the picture you saw there. I was with Elvis, my first son. Then, after attending him, I took him to the airport. He went back to UK. He came back again with Calvin. We stayed almost a week.
All right. At this juncture, I would like to air my own advice. At first, at least everybody, we've heard everything about him and the whole story about what happened. So my first advice will start with the father, followed by the mother. Then thirdly, I'm going to give my own humble advice and opinion to Calvin Bassey. First, let me start with the father. I know everybody must have, with this thing surfacing now, a lot of people might be judging you. What did you do wrong? Why are you going through the back door to get to your family? Or why did you bring this case to this point? So it depends on an individual to really understand the pain you are going through as a father. For me, I don't see it as a problem. I don't see any issue because you have to do what you have to do. If there's anything you've done wrong, all what you need is to apologize, and at least your effort have already proved that whatever it is, you actually feeling remorse of whatever that have conspired or whatever that happened in the past. That is that. I don't think I have much to say as a father because the thing you've already explained, it has already shown that in as much as even if it's something that is a fault from you, you have already identified that, okay, you are sorry. Is enough reason to say you're sorry, because for the places you mentioned, the club side, even the national team you went to, the way you were welcomed, is enough evidence to show that you are really, 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 really the father. It's not like you are trying to like a cloud chaser, no. So for them to recognize you and also welcome you, it shows a lot of respect, and at least it's enough for you to learn if there's anything that in the past that conspired that you felt maybe you would have done better. So that's my own humble statement for you as a father, because for me, I think it takes someone to be in such situation to understand what you're going through, no matter what it is. Let alone being an Igbo man. You can imagine, from Anambra. So the Igbos are very, 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 very serious when it comes to family, when it comes to children. So that is that. Then the mother, normally is something that the female gender used to do. One thing that everybody will say that everybody also know is that when there's a problem between two, the man and a woman, it has nothing to do with the kids. So for me, it's normal that sometimes when women happen to let's say later on in a marriage or whatever, they find themselves fortunate, connected, or financially buoyant than their husband, that thing is always there naturally, like start thinking of they don't really need a man. It doesn't really mean like going after another man, but most of the time it's like that mindset of they don't really need a man, so it goes to the extent of depriving a man from his own offspring, from his own children. Is something that is reoccurring all the time, and it's a normal experience, but it's very bad for me. If there's any issue you have with the father, it has nothing to do with the kids. It's a normal responsibility of if you find yourself in a family, even if in a nuclear family, normal family, you happen to be the one that is financially buoyant, even as a child or even as a son or a daughter, is your responsibility to carry that family. Let alone when you are a mother. Who else will take care of kids if not the father or the mother? So if you find yourself in the position to do that, it's not something you feel you're doing it, or because you're doing it someone else maltreated you, or someone else don't deserve to benefit from it, let alone the man that actually got you pregnant, So for me, I don't want to be judgmental. Only you guys know what happened between both of you, and you can judge it the way you want to. But the thing is, it shouldn't get to the point of involving the children, because even for me, I'm surprised at the behavior, unless Bassey comes out to explain his own side of the story. But I know that in a situation like this, when the mother tries to keep the kids away from their father, it always backfires, because the kids will always grow up and make their own choice, just like what he is saying now about the son, the other son, I think the first son or something. So but maybe Bassey is a bit more closer or more influenced by the mother, So that is all I have to say. He's not supposed to get the kids involved. Even if you feel, you don't want to forgive your husband for what he did, so be it. But not to create that animosity between them and their father is wrong. It's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. And anyone that is mature should know that no, it's not. So lastly, my advice goes to Bassey, which is the most important person here. He's a figure. He's a well-known footballer. He's already made when it comes to fame and all that. and he's already on the limelight. Even currently, he's currently informed than previous years. Even in the AFCON, it happens to be, you can see his performances and everything. So for me, I'll start with a story. I used to have a very close colleague of mine that I used to work with, of which I can't disclose the name or whatever to that of that person. This friend of mine grew up with his mother, and he never met the father. The mother made sure he never met the father. All the stories he hears from the mother concerning the father is, your father is useless, your father is good for nothing, he left me for another woman. That was all the stories he knows about the father. Then one day he told me, he said, look, I'm thinking of seeing him, but the thing is, I'm just asking myself, does it worth seeing him? Because he abandoned us. He was not there for us. My mother suffered and took care of us. I said to him, look, in this life, there are certain things, there are certain people in our life that we don't choose. Number one, you don't choose your father, you don't choose your mother. I know I'm doing this. It may actually be that we're talking about Karen Bassey, but I think some other people may be able to learn from this situation, because sometimes people lack that normal basic advice or sense of belonging to think towards a particular line, or this particular line I'm talking about now. Now, I said to him, you don't choose your mother, you don't choose your father, you don't choose your cousins, you don't choose your uncles, you don't choose your sisters. These are gifts given to us by the Creator. They are given to you not by your choice. So, and you have to own them, you have to cherish them. So in as much as we know some people give excuses and stay away from responsibility, but the fact remains that there is a saying that said you don't leave your home because the fields or the grasses are actually overgrown. So you have to get involved. You have to look for situations. You have to find a way to contribute to the solution of that problem. So even if you have to take a decision, it shouldn't be something that you shouldn't be proud of in future. So I said to him, go see your father for the sake of seeing him, for the sake of knowing him. But that aspect of the pain you feel like he neglected your mother or he abandoned you guys, he never asked. Maybe he might be able to tell you his own side of story, and you may find out that those things may not be true. But even if those things are true, it's up to you to keep to your principle and say, okay, since he neglected us, if he finds himself in need, you shouldn't be entitled. So you might have that as your own principle, like you will never do anything for him. But if you have it, if you can, do it for him. Maybe you have regretted what he did in the past. Don't have this feeling like maybe he purposely did it. He knows that his kids will come looking for him and all that. No, just go see him and be nice to him, because a lot of people don't even have a father and they wish they had one. They wish they met them. Some of them, they are no more. Some of them they didn't even know what they look like or even have that upbringing. So this story is very interesting. So now, after advising him, he accepted and he went to visit the father. Then they went to the mall, they were nice to each other, everything went well. Then he came back to the office, he was complaining to me, do you know that this man was asking me to buy him shoes, a pair of shoes. There were shoes he saw and he was asking me to buy it. That he was told that his son now works and is comfortable, so he needs those shoes. And I told him, if you have the money, you buy for him. He's not forcing you to buy it for him, like I said, but if you know you can, do it. And when I say when you have a principle or when he's in need, it's not something that have to do with life. If he's in danger, that his life is in danger, and you can afford for his care, you have to do it. He's your father. You don't have any other one, so you have to. So, but it's up to you. For me, that is how I see it to be. So, long story short, do you know that this guy, as we speak, the whole thing that the mother was complaining about the father, he is doing it now. And as a matter of fact, the mother is even telling him, you are just like your father. And you know what that was? Actually, the father left the mother for another woman. It was obvious. But he stayed with that woman. He didn't leave. But as we speak, my friend has got like 3 girls pregnant, and one is pregnant, 2 have a child for him. So when the mother realized that this guy is making babies out of no proper... So when he was telling me, he was like, do you know, I don't even know how to explain this to you, because you told me all this. I said, yeah. So now, are you going to believe all what your mother told you about your father? Or if those things are true, are you supposed to use them against him? No. So it still applies to what Calvin Bassey is actually doing now. If what the father is saying is really true, you know, your mother telling you things does not really mean you have to own it. It's a problem between you, your mother, and your father. When you get involved, you resolve it, because you might not be different from your father. You might still behave like that. So which reason do you have to try to be mommy's boy, to make sure mommy is happy that you're ignoring your own father? So that is the only advice I'll give to Cameron Bassey. You don't need to get involved. Reconcile with your father. Be in good book. In his good book. Be at peace with your mother. Don't get involved in their problems. Just advise them to settle it. Whichever principle they want to take among themselves, they should take it. But the fact remains that even if your mother claims she is happy, she is not, because even the way your father feels, she might be feeling the same way. So I think she'll be happy to see that you guys reconcile. This thing doesn't really make sense. Once a woman have a child for a man, you are his wife. There's nothing about you're going to say about it. You have that life together forever and ever. You can't say you have kids for a man, or you have a child for a man, you want to move on with your life and the kids. It will never happen unless he's dead. That can only happen when he's dead, or one of you have passed on. As long as he's still alive, he's still part of you. So there's no need to lie to yourself and say, no, I don't want him anymore, I don't want to do it. It's where you find yourself in a very tight corner. Just like what the father is saying now, for Calvin Bassey to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, definitely he submitted the passport of him as a father for him to be eligible to play for the Super Eagles. So now the father gave you the eligibility of what your choice, the choice you wanted. He was part of your history, and still you're saying you don't want to have anything to do with him? Come on, that's so childish. Very, very childish. Is it like when you need something you remember as your father, now for you to acknowledge him as your father, you're being emotional, being mommy's boy? No. Go to your father, call your father, talk to him. If you need to hide from your mother to do that, or you're having private conversation with your father without making your mother know about it, do it. You do it. It is not for her, it's for yourself. You know? It's for yourself. So for a father to come out on social media and is crying like this because of you, because of the neglect, he won't spam that formed you in the first place. Can you imagine? No matter what, even if your mother is a mad woman in the streets, she's your mother. Even if your father is a madman in the street, he is your father. There is no other one. Without that person, you wouldn't have existed. So it's not a good thing for your father to now be the one after you. You are supposed to be the one to look for him. Supposed to look for him. So if your brother are aligning themselves, do the same, my brother. You're a good guy. I love your vibe. When I look at you and Iwobi and Chukwueze, the way you guys are always with good vibe. I love it. I love that union. When I see your name was Kevin Bassey, I even thought maybe you're from Akwa Ibom or something. I didn't even know you are called Igbo guy. So now that connection between Iwobi, Chukwueze, yeah. No wonder is very, very strong. So it's not something that supposed to be in the media space for people to start talking about. Meet your father. If he's making effort to meet you, meet with him. It doesn't really mean he's asking you for any favor or whatever. Without you recognizing him, he's already getting the recognition he deserves. Imagine him being accepted by the club, him even the national team, they gave him free tickets to watch all the games in AFCON and everything, without even you knowing. So if it's about him not benefiting from you, no, he has already started it, and he's your father. If you want to keep him in a distance, you can decide. It's your life, it's your principle. But that total closure, total distancing is not. There's a time you find yourself, or a level you find yourself in a tight corner or in a serious issue, just like the Super Eagles call-up thing. Why didn't you say you can't do without him? You can just go and represent yourself, because definitely before you play for Nigeria, they will check what makes you have that legibility. So then you remember you are now from Anambra, you have a father. Then after you got to now you know it's wrong. If really what he is saying is true, is wrong. People have kids. The reason why people cry for not having kids is because the essence of children is to take care of you at your old age. Taking care of you may not really mean your parents are poor, no, but when those physical strength are no more, the kids are the ones that even make the parents live longer. Looking at them, looking at the vibes around them, looking at their look-alike, that affection, that closeness of oneness, you don't have to deprive it from it. So maybe your mother was the one that orchestrated those. In most cases, it's always like that. Women do that just to distance, to claim the children, So, but this things most of the time happens when a man started having some struggles in life. You see the other gender will start giving excuses, things that was a norm before. They start complaining, looking for reasons to come on. So for me, your father, I think if there's anything that happened or any family issues, the way he's sounding, the way he's behaving shows that he has actually regretted it. Just make peace with him. See him. He's your father. You're looking at this. He looks so much like you. That look-alike is there. So don't have to treat your father that way. Even if he is a devil. He even said it. How can he be a devil? Even if he's a devil, how can he be a devil to his children? No. So brother, try and reconcile with your father, meet up with him, big him up, make him feel important, make him feel you love him. Yeah, so there's peace in the family, good vibe and everything. So that's my candid opinion and my own opinion and advice I can give to you, brother. Alright. Thanks guys for coming around. Please like and share and also subscribe. Enjoy.